and loans alternative for Western area communities dependent on incomes from the forest. Focus 1000 conducts training and experience sharing with API managers and healthcare workers and community health workers in the life course approach. And in commemoration of the International Day of Older Persons, there are 20 organizations for the aged draws attention to the challenges faced by elderly people. These stories plus more, including your sports entertainment, are all a part of the music this morning. Stay with us as always if you can. Network for Environmental Sustainability (WONES) is undertaking the livelihoods and components of the UNDP's Integrated Landscape project funded by the Global Environment Facility through the Village Savings and Loan Administration known as VSLA. The chosen Western area communities will receive the training and startup support as an alternative to negative use of the forest as a source of income. Harold Williams now begins our coverage.
National Coordinator for the Women's Network on Environmental Sustainability, Mrs. Gertrude Karimu, explained how human activities have reduced the water retention, biodiversity, and other ecosystem services provided by the Western Area National Park. She said their objective is to introduce VSLA, Village Savings and Loans Associations, to provide alternative income for those whose present livelihoods are degrading the environment. Community heads, women and youth leaders are the key liaisons relied on to enhance information dispersal among their communities. Dr. Esther Lasayo Kamara, Programs Coordinator for WONES, emphasized the financial inclusion and social cohesion benefits of VSLA and the fortunate intervention of UNDP and Global Environment Facility for material support to an initiative such as VSLA successfully implemented by WONES. Elizabeth Kagbo, the project VSLA training consultant, testified on the success of the VSLA and its track record for women's financial inclusion and gender-sensitive community development. Theophilus Johnson, Bathurst Village headman, underscored the pressure placed on the environment but said the community ownership embodied by the VSLA was an encouraging example for those who question how to survive without undue exploitation of the forest. Melrose Vandy, on behalf of the Ward C Development and Planning Officer, commended the WONES organization and prevailed on the beneficiaries to make it a truly revolving loan process. Ministry of Environment and Climate Change Permanent Secretary Elizabeth Hawa Eli said the subsequent training would provide new skills to divert attention from the forest by providing a financial source to support alternative livelihood and thus mitigate the human impacts against the Western Area National Park. At the heart of the VSLA is the emphasis on savings, represented by the iconic VSLA savings box, and as such, a symbolic systems.
Still on livelihood support packages following the implementation of the Saving Lives and Livelihoods Program Phase 2 Focus 1000 in collaboration with the expanded program on immunization or API and with support from the MasterCard Foundation, Africa CDC and AMREF Earth Africa has conducted a day's workshop on training and experience sharing with API managers, healthcare workers, community life course approach to immunization hosted in Freetown. Ibrahim Samoa has details.
The session served as a platform to take stock of progress towards the Saving Lives and Livelihoods program, goals, discuss challenges, and identify areas for possible improvement, with a strategic focus on integration and enhancing immunization coverage and improve service quality. Focus 1000 and partners designed the program to ensure that COVID-19 vaccination was fully integrated into routine immunization, and at-risk populations like healthcare workers, persons with comorbidity, and the aged are identified, reached, and protected against the disease. Chief Executive Officer, Focus 1000, Alhaji Mohammed Bailo Jallo, said the training was hosted to share experiences and lessons learned during the program implementation, underscoring the importance of immunization in saving lives, stating Sierra Leone's contributions in immunization was globally recognized. Alhaji Bailo Jallo highlighted a series of achievements, challenges, and lessons learned as the project is about to phase out.
One of the greatest achievements, like I said, is that we were able to protect a good over 65% of those, elderly people. We were able to do virtually 100% of the health workers, and people suffering from other diseases. And we are able to go into virtually all the 16 districts in partnership with the Red Cross Society and Health for All Coalition. So we covered all the entire country, all the districts, right down to the chiefdoms. We are able to engage communities as partners.
Program Manager, Expanded Program on Immunization in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Desmond Manda Kagbai, appreciated Focus 1000 and partners for complementing the ministry's strides in upscaling immunization, noting immunization was key in strengthening primary health care. Dr. Mada Kagbai told his audience that the ministry has increased immunization coverage to 95% over the years, and they are using data for action in the protection of primary health care in the country. National Chairman Combra Network, Dr. Ramadan Jallo, said the Save Lives and Livelihoods Program Phase 2 represented a critical step forward in strengthening the country's national immunization effort, enhance community resilience, and safeguarding the health and well-being of Sierra Leoneans. He said through the project, there have been an increased vaccine uptake, improved health facility engagement, and a renewed sense of ownership among citizens in protecting their families and neighbors. A representative from the African CDC, Ivan Mosunik, said they were impressed with the number of achievements during the implementation of the Saving Lives and Livelihoods Program Phase 2. He said the African CDC worked closely with Focus 1000, stating the Combra Network was very strategic in the promotion in the country.
Now, in commemoration of the International Day for Older Persons, the Tony Organization for the Aged has drawn attention to the challenges faced by elderly people in the society. They expressed concern about the way they have been treated and called for more respect, care, inclusion, and support. Esther Nekama brings us the story.
Marking this year's International Day for Older Persons, with the theme, Older Persons Driving Local and Global Action, our aspirations, our well-being, our rights. Some members of the Dorotomi Organization for the Aged have talked about their experiences and the role of society in their well-being. Some raised concerns about neglect, discrimination, and the lack of proper care from both family members and the community. They emphasize that society often overlooks their contributions and treats them as a burden rather than valuing the wisdom and experience they possess.
When we reach the age there, we are sick, then we can get problems with the kids.
When we reach this age, we fall sick easily, and sometimes we don't get enough care from family and society. Sometimes it is difficult for us. Too many of us are left alone with no one to support us, and that makes life very difficult in our old age. When we try to correct them, they will say you are old, forgetting that one day they too will become old.
When you talk, they say, Mama, you're old. They forget for say they say they're going for which you age one day.
Well, like sickness, we will meet you Some man they never work fine.
Most of us are battling sicknesses without proper medical attention. At this age, we need more care, but instead we are forgotten.
Let's try for come on board, let them join.
Others emphasized the need for government and communities to create policies and programs that promote the well-being of senior citizens, including access to health care, social protection, and community support.
Me they tell Papa government.
It is the right of the government to look after the aged. Government should provide proper medical facilities and homes for the older persons, so we too can feel safe, cared for, and included in society. We are calling on authorities to join hands with Doreen Bayi to support us.
On hospital, money no dey. Sometimes you no get pikin. Then when you go, they pass the same money.
Chief Executive Officer and founder of DOFA, Doreen Bayi, said the day is an important day for older people and that it serves as a reminder to prioritize the welfare of older persons. She stressed the need for stronger support systems, including health care, social protection, and opportunities for the elderly to live with dignity.
We need to catalog the successes elderly people have made over the years and also raise awareness and talk about challenges facing old people in Sierra Leone.
The organization provided free medical facilities to the aged. The International Day celebrated globally on the 1st of October to recognize the contributions of the aged and to advocate for their rights and welfare. For SLBC, Kenema reporting.
This is news originally live from the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation television on Channel 31. We continue to more humanitarian stories. Getting fish in the markets is a task that brings constraint to fishermen, both at sea and on the shore. With an effort to raise awareness on the society of fish and the challenges faced by fishmongers, our intern reporter Alaji Amaduba visited Old Wharf community in Wellington and located in the eastern part of this capital and filed this report.
Community is a sizable area for fishing activities, which provides livelihood for both fishermen and fishmongers. However, the growing scarcity of fish is threatening their trade and affecting the entire supply chain, from the boats to the market. With fewer catches, some boats return empty while others bring in only small-sized fish. This has left many fishmongers scrambling at the shore, often returning home with empty containers. But to what extent has this scarcity affected their lives and businesses?
In the evening, if they caught fish.
In the evening, when there are fish, fishmongers find it difficult to have ice to preserve the fish, and sometimes the fish spoils when it is brought to the market. The road network is very poor. It is difficult for vehicles to come in, except if they use motorbikes to load their fish. Last week, a woman who is 3 to 4 months pregnant miscarried as a result of the poor road network.
The road network is very poor.
Yeah, the fish business, if the weather there, the boats are not going to sea.
Here, the weather is rough. The boats will not go into the sea. Fishing business is not easy for us. If there is wind, the boats will not go into the sea. Sometimes, they will go and return empty, unable to catch anything. The boats that went to the sea are unable to get fish because there is no fish. The challenges we face is especially windy weather.
The boats are not going to sea. Someday they go and they will get snacks and so they return.
The weather is so rough today. The weather is so rough.
The rough condition of the sea is the reason why only small fish have been caught. As you can see, the business women are seated hoping to buy and sell, but there is little to expect. Many of them sit with empty containers under the scorching sun, with no shelter to offer them comfort or shade. There is no proper resting place where they can cool off or eat. Truly, these women are going through a lot of hardship.
Businesswomen, they suffer right now.
Poor road conditions, unpredictable weather, and limited access to ice for freezing remain major challenges for fishmongers who rely on this trade as their primary source of livelihood to support their children and families. They are calling on government to urgently intervene and create a more conducive environment for fishing activities.
And now the Deputy Minister of Environment and Climate Change has encouraged citizens to move away from the traditional ways of cooking to a more efficient way that reduces carbon emission generated by firewood and other substances used by local communities. Minister Yemami Stevens was speaking at the roadshow exhibition for improved cooking stoves produced by VSLA and partners in the west end of Freetown, and AIC reports.
Across some major streets in Freetown, like St. John, Lumley Roundabout, and in the Central Business District, along the Cotton Tree area, members of the VSLA team and partners, including deputy ministers of the Ministries of Environment and Energy, raised citizens to go in for improved cooking stoves and to avoid the traditional ways of cooking.
Our traditional method of cooking has caused a lot of problems for us in terms of health, in terms of deforestation, because the amount of wood that we use in our traditional method of cooking is so huge that it has caused a lot of cutting down of our trees, which has created a huge deforestation.
To encourage partners to come into the sector, into the clean cooking sector, also to see how we can give motivations in terms of tax breaks, duty waivers if we are importing any of the appliances that they use or the gas. So government has a big role to play.
Other speakers also spoke on the importance of supporting initiatives that promote climate-friendly cooking practice, such as alternatives produced by VSLA. The improved cooking stoves, which is an idea ignited by VSLA and partners, is a clean cooking method that produces less indoor air pollution linked to smoke and traditional biomass. The initiative also provides huge economic and social benefits to people. SLBC, Dennis Fraser reporting.
And now the fight against obstetric fistula in Sierra Leone has received a major boost. A high-level delegation from UNFPA, the Minister of Health, and the government of Iceland visited the refurbished Conakry Community Health Center in Kafubulong, Potloko District. The facility now stands as a model of strategic investment and can transform maternal and newborn health centers across the country. Christina Kamara brings us the details.
Thank you very much on behalf again of His Excellency and everybody here. The entire government are happy that this has happened today. We hope it continues to be good.
The Conakry Community Health Center, one of the largest in the chiefdom, has long served a community largely engaged in fishing. In recent years, the facility has faced increasing demand as more women seek safe maternal and newborn health services. Through Iceland's $7 million investment in Sierra Leone's obstetric fistula elimination program, the center now boasts of renovated infrastructure, modern maternity equipment, and better trained staff.
Maternal mortality is one of our greatest flagship programs, and as we know, just to reiterate, by 2014-2015, we used to have the worst maternal mortality in the world. About 1,600 women were dying. About 100,000 live births. But as of now, we have reduced that to almost 79%. And thank you to all the government partners who have managed to stand by us. And we can see evidence that with this, definitely the trend in maternal mortality is going to go down and down and down until we have zero preventable maternal mortality in this country.
Health workers, including nurses and midwives, have also undergone capacity building in reproductive and maternal health interventions. District Health Sister at the Conakry Health Center in Kafubulong, Potloko District, Mariam Akanu, said the impact has been life-changing, noting with enhanced skills and equipment, they are now reaching more women through community outreach and delivery and eliminate obstetric fistula by 2027 and eliminate obstetric fistula by 2027.
This is just a testimony of also the generosity of the people and government of Iceland, which we really appreciate, because without your support, we would not be able to support the ministry to bring services closer to the people.
The delegation also commended the efforts demonstrated by the administrators of Conakry Community Health Center, adding that the program shows the power of partnership.
We are very lucky to have had ministers for as long as I can remember, who have always supported this priority and made this a priority in our development and foreign policy. As far as we know, we are not, and I am also very proud.
With the government of Iceland's funding, UNFP and the Ministry of Health are working hand in hand with local communities to build a fistula-free Sierra Leone. SLBC News in Freetown, Christiana Kamari reporting.
Still on health-related stories, after conducting 3 successful surgeries in Kono, the Diego Gonzalez Rivers Foundation has decided to station its state-of-the-art surgical truck in Sierra Leone. The decision, which came courtesy of the request from the Ministry of Health, was a way to boost the country's health system.
You can see the camera, the screen, very big screen with the...
This was a test case in Kono, where 6 people were operated successfully and later worked normally. The mobile surgical truck brought by Diego Gonzalez Rivers Foundation is globally recognized for thoracic surgeries in lung and chest operations, among others. Besides the facilities embedded in the truck, the foundation moves with qualified surgeons drawn from different countries. The purpose of the truck and the movement of the foundation was to help boost the healthcare system of countries struggling with surgery-related diseases, Sierra Leone being a country with such issues. President of the foundation, Diego Gonzalez Rivers, said they would be visiting the country twice every year.
This mobile unit is the first mobile unit in the world, the most modern mobile unit to perform minimal invasive surgery. Actually, it's the only one in the world. This is why it's so important to provide this mobile unit to these kind of countries where we have a lack of, ORs, hospitals.
The Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Satik Kene, said this would help address healthcare challenges in the country and end overseas medical expenses. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Andrew Sori, expressed his appreciation for such gesture, especially given that it is accessible and affordable. He said such facilities was part of government's aims to deliver healthcare services. Andrew expressed his hope for an extension of the visit.
This is like saving grace for those who have lost hope. It is an expensive process for us to get these people out of the country to go seek treatment such as this, but now some of them have just received it right here, cost-free.
If it goes as planned, the truck will serve other countries in Africa, with Sierra Leone being the hub. SLBC News, Sulaiman Babatue reporting.
Now, in an effort to reduce maternal mortality and strengthen health outcomes, the Rosewood Community Health Center has received $100 worth of medical items from the Africa Global Logistics Company. The supply is made up of microscope blood pressure machines and other vital medical tools. Cynthia Kamal.
Solidarity. Health is wealth. Solidarity. Health is wealth.
Solidarity, health is wealth. That was the theme emphasized by the Africa Global Logistics as they extend solidarity through the donation of essential medical equipment. The gesture reflects unity between the private sector and the people of Sierra Leone in tackling critical health challenges. Each piece of equipment donated is vital to the daily functioning of the clinic,
The Ross Road Community Health Center is not only a community hub but also a referral clinic that helps decongest the cottage hospital while saving the lives of children, mothers and elderly. Health experts believed the structure and manpower all by themselves cannot ensure effective health delivery. They also need equipment that enhances diagnosis, treatment and overall health outcomes.
One life, you can save a nation. This small, tiny, modest equipment, as Madam Patricia said, as from the microscope, as from the blood pressure, as from the weight scale, as from the these couches, as from the chairs, as from the oximeter and all this. Without the people, this is nothing. This will stay in a box. But she, Patricia, and all of the team of Ross Road Health Center, they are going to use this.
The senior community health officer, Rose Patricia Stevens, stressed the timeliness of the support, noting that the center has the expertise but has lacked adequate resources to deliver optimal care.
We have people coming inside Sierra Leone. They come, they go through the key. If they are sick, they rush with them here. So I'm so happy. It's not just for Ross Road, it's not just for the community, it's for the country as a whole.
Okay, so
the equipment,
yes,
they are very vital. Yeah, they are essential equipment that help us to diagnose our cases, to treat them.
The items include blood pressure monitors, an examination couch, a microscope, high-scale weighing machines, and patient chairs, among others. Laboratory technicians welcomed the microscope, describing the lab as the backbone of any hospital. Midwives and nurses also expressed their appreciation, saying the equipment will boost their confidence and efficiency in service delivery. A patient also appreciated the support.
Council side finally gets a good treatment, and we get the treatment what we need, we get them at this hospital. For we health, let God bless the entire family.
For the people of Ross Road and the wider Kleintown community, this support is more than just equipment, it is a lifeline. Maternal and child mortality remains among the highest in the region. Saving one life is truly saving a nation. For Slbc News, Cynthia Kama reporting.
We are still in the news from the SLBC, and still in the news, the National Social Security and Insurance Trust (NASIT) has announced a nationwide verification exercise for pensioners. The exercise, which has already begun, past Wednesday, first day of October 2025, and expected to run until Wednesday, 31st December this year. Emmanuel Samoa brings us the story.
In a way to strengthen transparency and ensure that pensions are paid to the right people or beneficiaries, NASIT has introduced a 3-month verification exercise for all pensioners across the country. The verification process, according to NASIT Head of Public Affairs, Mohammed Bangali, is aimed at cleaning the pensioners' database and prevent irregularities in payment. He stressed that the 3-month-long exercise is free of cost and is expected to run from October 1st to December 31st, 2025.
This exercise is focusing on those people who were members of the scheme, who got retired because of age, and are placed on the pension payroll as NASIT retirement pensioners. Prior to NACIT, government of Sierra Leone had a non-contributory pension scheme. We call them government pensioners. These pensioners, they were previous parliamentarians. Some of them were people who fought our 10 or 15 years rebel war, who become amputated. We call them wounded in war, KIA, wounded in action. Those who are wounded in the action, we call them BIA. These are all pensioners we are paying. They are not the people we're talking about. This verification refers to NACIT members who were contributing to NACIT, who became retired, and we are paying them pension because they were members of NACIT. This verification is for them.
The following documents are required of pensioners for the verification.
We know the people we are verifying, and we understand the difficulty of some of their circumstances. So most of the documents, we give them alternatives. One is evidence of you being a pensioner. So we need your pension ID card or NACIT benefit payment voucher. When we paid you your gratuity, you signed the form in our office. You signed the voucher as an evidence of payment. We gave you a copy. That is what we call NACIT benefit payment voucher. If you have the payment voucher, okay. If you have your pension ID card, okay. If you have your NACIT number, come. We will verify you on it. Second is national identifier. We want to confirm that the person who is bearing this name, Muhammad Bangali, whom we are verifying as a pensioner, is indeed Muhammad Bangali. That is why we are asking for a national identifier. Either your national ID card from NCRA or your NCRA membership registration certificates or your driver's license or your voter ID card or your national passport picture and a passport card, national passport, not picture please, your national passport. Any of those 4 national identifiers you bring forward, will accept it.
With this exercise, NACIT says it hopes to ensure that every payment made is accurate and reaches only the rightful beneficiaries. For SLBC News, Emmanuel Williams reporting.
And at the European Union Boss Tour 2025 is on a tour to various project sites in the rural area. The local community have pointed out how the various interventions funded by the European Union, specifically in the forestry sector, have transformed their lives for the good. One of those communities is Warrior Village, located in Cambia District. Joseph Tui reports.
This is Warrior Village, Bile Chiefdom in Cambia District, a community where the Susus, Temnes and the Fullers coexist peacefully. Cattle rearing and rice cultivation and processing are among the local economic activities they depend on for their livelihoods. However, an alternative source of livelihood is being introduced among the locals. Under the Jobs and Growth Project, funded by the European Union and implemented by Solidaridad Sierra Leone, the cashew agroforestry farm is making a difference here.
Very sweet and excellent quality, very good one. And natural, yeah?
His impression after tasting the honey processed from the cashew farm sends a strong message of the skills the locals are learning under the project. Although the cashew plants on these 50 acres of land are yet to produce fruit, a component under the project that is focused on modernized ways to capture bees in a unique way and even processing of their honey.
Right now, we're able to go for ourselves, go to map there. We pull the honey, we pin the box there. First thing, we don't get mine good. But now, they don't can learn now. Even by the able dress, I go to inside the honey then there, I pull her. Now, honey there, this, we don't count them for you. We don't harvest her. We go, pull, 7 butter. Then we keep her, don't sell her for people. begin the school business.
The money they get from this initiative is helping families greatly.
Pass you lost, you left your pikin, they left suffer. But right now, they don't come with the box. So if they go to us, they disgrace you. You pikin, you go buy the uniform, you pikin go to school.
This EU-funded project is benefiting about 3,000 people.
So we have a target of 3,000 farmers to provide a maximum of 200,000 polyclonal seedlings for them to cultivate their farms with cashew. And also, we are doing 30 VSLAs, that's Village Savings and Loan Scheme, for 20 farmers groups and 10 processors. We are also supporting them in terms of by providing intercropping and also beekeeping.
As they await the right time for these cashew plants to start bearing fruits, the positive impacts are undeniable, and its sustainability is one the donors will long to see. SLBC, Joseph Toure reporting.
And now from that's Boston take by the European Union. We'll now take a pause on our main news items and going for segments within the news, beginning with our entertainment news.
Hello and welcome to exciting entertainment news with me, Abdul Mansari. In this edition of Entertainment News, Balantan Academy celebrates World International Music Day. And of course we have Nicole Kidman files for a divorce from Kate Urban. Now, the students of Balantan Academy of Music and Performing Arts has celebrated World International Music Day in a distinct way. The day was set aside to celebrate the power of music and cultures. The event highlights the role music plays in promoting peace, friendship, and cultural diversity. During the celebration, the students performed one local music and two international musics which leave the audience in an awe. For youth and change in Sierra Leone. And producer known for her work in film and television productions across many genres, has filed for divorce from Kate Urban 2 days ago. Amid separation, Nicole Kidman filed for divorce from Kate Urban after 19 years of marriage, and she said she is formally chapter. Before the divorce came to spotlight, Nicole and Kate had been living separately since the beginning of summer. Oh, that was a sad one indeed, and we hope for the best for the both of them. Well, that's all we have in this edition of Entertainment News, and I've been your presenter, Abdul Mansari. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. In this edition of the updates, the Sierra Leone Football Association has unveiled the Leone Stars squad for the October round of FIFA World Cup qualifiers, rekindling hopes for the nation's march to football's biggest stage. Here is the report.
Head coach Mohamed Kalon has assembled a well-balanced side, blending seasoned internationals with emerging talents in a tactical move aimed at combining experience with youthful dynamism. Sierra Leone will open their campaign against Burkina Faso on the 8th October 2025 at the Samaked Stadium in Monrovia, Liberia, before traveling to Morocco to face Djibouti on the 12th October 2025 for a decisive fixtures that could shape the team's qualification prospects. Among the notable inclusion is Abdoulaye Jumaba of OGC Nice, whose defensive ability and European experience are expected to bolster the backline. Local striker Mohamed Kamal of Baibue Warriors earns his national call-up, a move that has stirred excitement among fans and signaled a fresh attacking approach. The fixtures are set to attract strong support from both home and diaspora fans, united in the quest for World Cup glory. As anticipation builds, the announcement reflects a renewed commitment to excellence, resilience, and national pride on the international stage.
Meanwhile, the Sierra Stars are in Mali finalizing preparations for the Wafu A tournament and AFCON Under-17 qualifiers, which kick off on the 6th October 2025. The regional championship will see Sierra Leone face some of West Africa's toughest youth teams, offering a vital platform to showcase emerging talent and build a pipeline for the senior national squad. Coaches and officials